How to turn your insecurities into a soul retrieval. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah Chantel, and I hope you enjoy these tips because I'm mixing in a little bit of self-confidence, self-esteem boost in with some genuine tools I have learned for soul retrieval that go back to childhood and retrieving the person that you were then. So I think you're really gonna enjoy this video. It's almost like a little compact course all in a couple of minutes, so enjoy. So my first tip about insecurities: don't share them with people unless they're a really trusted therapist, a trusted friend. Don't share them with a romantic partner. Don't share them with your immediate family. And I'm going to explain why. It's because people can use that information to push your buttons. And if you're in very long-term relationships with people, sooner or later, they'll probably bring it up. So it's not a good idea to reveal your insecurities to others. And here's another reason why insecurities and sharing them may actually be counterproductive. It's for the same reason that even sharing a life plan could kind of bite you in the butt. I remember there's this woman in my university class from Toronto who had this big plan. She was very popular and she had this big plan. She was going to go to LA. She was going to become an actress. She knew which agency she wanted to apply to. She had a detailed plan of which neighborhood she was going to live in and which bars she was going to go to meet her right people and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but she would talk about that all the time. And she would throw these like exclusive parties and invite the popular kids and all that and explain all of her plans. And me and my friends sort of kind of got into the club, but my one friend kind of got kicked out and he was all pissed about it. But anyway, what ended up happening was after this woman would share all these plans and she was the most popular person and blah, 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 she didn't follow through on them because she was so busy talking about it that she didn't really have the time or energy to put in taking an action plan to do anything about it. And it's the same with our insecurities. Even if we're around safe people and we complain about our insecurities, we could actually be taking away our own life energy to work on them if we are complaining and spending time talking about it too much. So here's what I'm going to propose that you do instead. And it's kind of like a mini soul retrieval on how to deal with your insecurities. And you're going to see what I mean in a sec. So first of all, sometimes we don't know what our insecurities are. So step one is to become aware and conscious of what our insecurities actually are. I know there are some people out there who are completely unaware of insecurities and think they're all that already. Imagine that. Imagine you're the most popular kid in your small town and you've never moved to the big city. Or you were super popular in high school, but you haven't gone to college or university yet. That type of person may have insecurities, but they're not aware of what they are because they've had so much success in their current environment. So step one is to actually understand where your insecurities lie and know what you need to work on. And how you do that is by expanding your comfort zone. That means meeting new people, going into new environments you would usually not go into, and talking to people, or trying a new hobby, trying something different. And then that actually adds a little bit of friction that allows you to discover what your insecurities actually are. And you might think, oh, that doesn't sound like fun. But actually what will happen as you discover your insecurities, you're gonna discover that they're like geodes. They're like unpolished gems that when you polish them up, they become this new gem, this new cool part of your personality. So I'll get to the next step. The next step after you're aware of what your insecurities are is that we need to find out basically what the antidote is to that insecurity. So when we discover what our insecurities are, it can sometimes come from somebody being abusive. They may say that you're fat or that you're stupid or whatever it is. And I'll talk about people like that in another video. You may not want to be hanging around people like that, but if you do encounter a person like that and they say something and it stings, then that's like an opportunity that's your little geode to polish. That's your insecurity that you can work on. And what you'll discover is anything that triggers you in the present moment usually triggers you because there's a history of it. Usually it happens sometime when you're in childhood, right? And a parent or a teacher or classmate said something about you, at that time when you were really vulnerable. And then what can happen is a piece of your personality or your soul kind of disappears in that moment because you think you're not good at something, right? Like it could be as simple as a teacher telling you, you can't dance, don't participate in this dance class, sit down, you know? And then you think for the rest of your life you can't dance. And it's just like, well, it's just an insecurity. There are a lot of people like that actually who don't like dancing, but it's just something that came from childhood that somebody told you couldn't do it or wasn't good or something, and you can actually fix it. So the next step to kick that insecurity, for example, if you can't dance, that's like a piece of your childhood that you are having trouble getting back, but you can get it back. And the way you kick it to the curb, well, actually there's two ways. First of all, write down all the ways that you can dance. And even if you have to make it up, like my dance is popular on the planet of Neptune or something, make it up. Maybe it is like popular in another universe, you know? And just make up why you can dance and write pages and pages about it until you come up with something good that you really, really like and that sounds really resonant to you, and then write them out into like a finalized page of affirmations explaining why you can dance. And those particular affirmations are actually even better than the generic ones saying like, I am abundant, I am beautiful, I am sexy, or whatever it is. The ones that are really personal to you from your childhood wounds and reversing them can be extraordinarily powerful to get your self-esteem going. And the next step after that, you want to also keep in mind when you have affirmations, read them when you wake up, read them before you go to bed. You know, I have a few on my wall that I'm looking at right now. And make sure you say them particularly at times when your unconscious mind is kind of either falling asleep or waking up and it's percolating, right? Those are the best times to use affirmations and affirm who you are as a person. And the last step is to actually take action to make the affirmation come true. So if you can't dance, for example, according to your 4th grade dance teacher or something, then maybe you do want to register and sign up for a dance class and learn how to actually learn a style of dance. Or if that's not available to you, if there's COVID, or if your community doesn't have a dance class because it's too small or whatever reason, that's okay. Doing it by yourself and watching whatever videos you can online or just making it up yourself. Any of that is also going to put firepower into your affirmations. You're going to believe it when you schedule time to work on the thing that you're affirming, right? And then you're just going to be like, you're going to become a confident dancer in no time, and that's going to be a fun little geode that you've polished into a beautiful, beautiful jewel that's going to be a new facet of your personality that's going to allow you to shine and be confident and have fun in life. And dancing is a good one, actually. It's a lot of people have insecurities about dancing. They think they can't dance well, but it's like once you get it, even if it's just like bopping around, you're not doing much, it's actually so much fun to dance. It's so good. It's one of the best ones, actually. But affirming that you're smart, affirming that you read, affirming that you're physically fit and going to the gym, affirming that you're social and you're meeting new people, all those are really, really good. Really, really good. And you can do any of them if you want. Just affirm the ones that hurt the most and turn them into something that you're really happy about until you really believe it. And that's going to change your life. And that's actually a soul retrieval as well. Hope you all enjoyed this video tip. It's like a piece of a class that I took a long time ago, but I actually put my own spin on it. I changed it a little bit and talked more about insecurities and retrieving your soul that way through your insecurities. But I think it's something that people will enjoy when they watch this video and get a kick out of. So I hope you're all having a beautiful, beautiful day.